Hello, my divine masculines. Thank you, fellas, so much for watching and tuning in today, tonight, and whichever time you're deciding to watch this reading right now. I appreciate it. For those of you that are new, I'm Levitating, Lotus Healing. For those of you that are returning, welcome back and thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, like I said, this is going to be a general reading for the Divine Masculine Energy Collective overall. For right now, whatever your right now is right now, but technically right now is July the 10th, I believe. Today is Friday, or so they like to say. I hope that whatever comes through, I hope that it resonates for you, brings you some clarity of some kind, some resonance of some kind. But if not, it's all good. It just simply means that it's not your energy or message. Okay? And this is the first reading, me jumping back into, like, taking a break and getting back into it. So let's see what's coming through for you today, tonight. Okay, y'all. There we go. Divine, I ask the first oracle to come through. Thank you. You are very close to achieving a goal. Give us a moment. This is the first that comes out. Oh yeah, guys, I apologize if there's like this blue hue or blue bulb of like different light color, whatever, that's on the camera. I'm seeing it in my mirror, so apologize if that's on there, you know, but you're here to get the message, right? So don't mind this purple thing, purplish blue thing that you're seeing. Okay, Divine, I ask for the next oracle to come through. Thank you. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Okay, that's the second. So let me just give you a briefing right here with this first oracle. You are very close to achieving a goal. Clearly, Divine Masculine, there's something that you've been working on, and there's something that you've been pursuing. There's something that you've been building on. A goal of some kind, of whichever kind, a cycle's end of whichever kind that you've been working on reaching, okay, that you've been trying to reach or achieve, okay. The energy is gaining momentum because clearly you are establishing or supporting that change. You're supporting and establishing or re-empowering that transformation in your life. So there's some type of change that you want, and there's some type of goal that you want to reach that you've definitely been in pursuit of. What is this? Because this jump, be bold and make the first move. You're going to be presented with some type of opportunity because Cardinal Moon, you're going to be presented with some type of opportunity of some kind, because all I'm seeing is work, 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 work. That's all I'm seeing. Work is the first oracle. Work is the second, with the energy is gaining momentum, and work is the third, or a big decision or choice of some kind. But be bold and make the first move, okay? There's something that you're working towards. There's something that you're doing. There's something that you're establishing and building up, empowering. There's a foundation that you're laying, and it's really, really gaining momentum. It's really serving a purpose in your life, and you're going to come to a situation in your life where you're going to have to make a decision about something, where you're going to have to assess everything and move forward into the next phase of your life, because there's something else that's ending and closing out. There's something that you wanted to change. You took the fucking action and changed it, or you're taking the current action to change these things, and as a result, the energy is gaining momentum, and the opportunity is going to be presented to you here with Be Bold and Make the First Move. It may be something that you have anticipated for a long time, but it's going to be something that you're encouraged to be bold about. Take action on it, rather. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Okay, Divine, I ask for the next oracle. Bring love into the situation. Be bold and make the first move. Jump at the opportunity. When God presents, when God, the divine creator, your guides, you know, when they present the opportunity to you, you're encouraged to be bold about it, especially when you know it's divinely sent, especially when you know that it's right for you. Okay, and what's followed by that is, hold on, what's followed by that is bring love into the situation. Okay, new moon in Aquarius. So this is all about perspective. This is something that you have been working on, building on, committing to change and to transform, and it has, or it's in the process of doing so, and as a result there's some type of opportunity of some kind that's going to be presented to you, but a part of the opportunity and a part of the choice is going to lead to more perspective. or you're being encouraged to bring more perspective into the situation. Okay, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So it's sort of like something that some of you may have been afraid or apprehensive about, or sort of like, you know, riding the fence about, but it's something that you're going to be encouraged to make a move on. Either sometime in the future, sometime right now, or sometime in the past, in whichever part of time you're in right now. But this is about perspective. This is something that you wanted. This is something that you worked for. And I think perspective is just you seeking a higher knowledge, a higher understanding of yourself and your purpose, who you are, what you want to do, what you want to be, all of that. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's keep going. Divine, I ask for the next oracle to come through. If I get more than one, fine. I like to get one single one as well. Okay. That one go. The answers you need are coming. Yeah, perspective. Not being able to see something as clearly as you'd like it to be. Not being able to assess it the way, like I was saying, assessing things. There's something that you wanted to change. It's changing. The opportunity will present itself, but included with the opportunity, it is perspective. The answers come through this new perspective or perception that you have through this situation. Okay? You've been working on changing something so that you can gain some clarity on something. I know that seems very fucking general. Sounds really fucking general right now, but that's what I'm getting. Okay? The answers you need to come and bring love into the situation. It's like having a higher perspective, a more loving, understanding perspective about something that you wanted to change and transform is going to lead you to clarity. It's going to bring clarity into your life. The clarity of which you've worked for, built on, you know, supported. Yeah, the end of a tough cycle approaches. You're being told twice. With this is full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. You're being told twice. With this oracle, and with the first one that came out, is you are very close to achieving the goal. So there's some type of cycle of some kind that you're closing out. This cycle that you're closing out is going to bring you perspective, or you're going to make the choice to move more into having a higher understanding and perspective about something that you may not have been too clear on or too confident about. Okay, like I said, some of you may have been afraid or apprehensive about some type of situation of some kind, but the answers you need are coming with this clarity, with this transformation. And I feel like it has a lot to do with how you're perceiving things, how you're seeing it, the way that you're going about it, the way that you're looking at it. That's improving and closing something out at one point that you could not see, because you're trying to reach a goal. Like I said, you're trying to reach the end of something because of whichever reason, for your own particular reasons, in whichever way you wanted to change that. That's the choice and decision that you made. You empowered that energy, and you were encouraged to be bold about this situation and see it from a higher perspective. It's going to bring some type of perspective of some kind, or some type of perception of some kind. Okay? The answers you need are coming through this understanding, through this opportunity of whichever kind that presents itself, and is going to then close out something else. Okay? It's going to close out something prior to whatever this clarity was that you needed to find out, or that you needed to understand. Okay? Alright, Divine, I ask for one last oracle to come through. Thank you. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So we got two polar sides of the moon here in Gemini. Okay, so some of you may carry air energy, but we got new moon in Gemini and full moon. Okay, like I say here, the answers, the clarity that you need, the answers that you need are coming. The answers you need are coming, but communication is key. So during this time, again, communication is key is definitely related to bring love into the situation with new moon in Aquarius. I'm not sure if you can see that too well, but yeah, communication is key. When you're making it clear through your actions, through your effort, and through your intentions as far as what you want and what you desire, and what you want to change, and what you want to improve, and what you want to end and close out. And when you're following that action, when you're empowering that energy through your thought, action, effort, and intention, God says, your guides say, okay, You want that change, you got that change, because you're matching the frequency of what you want. And when you do that, you close out a cycle, you reach a goal, because you built on the energy, the power of whatever it is that you wanted to change and transform in your life, whatever it was that you wanted to turn over. Okay, the opportunity will present itself in whichever way, in whichever kind, but it's also going to bring you back to having perspective about shit. And when you have perspective, you gain clarity on a lot of things. Continue to communicate whatever you're currently doing right now clearly with yourself, with God, with your guides. Okay, all right, let me pull one more. Meditate and contemplate. Yeah, just like I was saying, your actions, efforts, and intentions, how you operate in your reality, how you treat yourself, how you treat others, the way that you communicate with God. Sometimes a lot has everything to do with yourself internally. You know what I mean? When you're correcting that, when you're adjusting that, when you always keeping that shit in check, yeah, that's that type of energy. This energy is related to communication is key. Also related to bring love into the situation. That speaks of perspective for me, okay? Contemplate, meditate, and contemplate. This is a newfound perspective that some of you divine masculines are definitely building on, and you're about to come into, if you have not already come into it. But the energy is gaining momentum, and be bold to make the first move. That's like the power that's being pushed behind the goal of which you want to reach. Okay, you're very close to achieving a goal, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. Speaks of whatever it is that was before that you wanted to change and transform. Find some type of clarity, understanding about. You are reaching that, you are gaining on that. That is coming in for you. Again, it is reinforced with the third oracle is the answers you need are coming. For me, this is related to you are very close to achieving the goal, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. It's like telling you, yes, the clarity, the understanding, the answers are coming in for you, of which you need to understand, of whatever, in whichever way you need to understand it. But you need to continue to hold and maintain perception and perspective about your life, your process, your connection to God, your guides, you know, and the flow and the path, the higher purpose. Okay, that sounds like my phone. The higher purpose and the higher path of your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's something that you want to change, divine masculines, and I feel like the biggest change here has a lot to do with your perspective, and whichever way you may have thought in the past and whichever way you may have felt in the past, that has definitely changed. And whichever way you may have gone about connecting and understanding yourself and who you are and what the fuck you're supposed to do here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all of that ties into perspective, and whichever way and whichever kind, it's something that you desired, it's something that you chose, it's something that you worked on, or it's something that you're finally accepting and surrendering to, and as a result, that change is coming in for you, that clarity. Okay, all right, let me pull one more, because the last one was meditate and contemplate. Like I said, that speaks of perspective. And we have 1, 2, 3 new moons, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 moons, and we have 2 crescents. So be observant of your life around this time, around the full moon energy time, around the crescent or waxing moon. Does not matter to me. They have the same body. You know what a crescent moon looks like. And also be observant of your life around the new moon time too. Okay, because the new moon and the full moon repeat themselves equally 3 times, and the crescent repeats itself twice. Okay, so just be observant around that time, you know, of your life, your dreams and shit, what you're doing, how your reality is around you, all of that. Okay, be observant. Okay, divine, I ask for the next oracle to come through. Don't let your pride get in the way. Yeah, perspective, perception. Yeah, it's something that you want to change, and this is full moon in Leo. Yeah, checking my camera. This is something that you want to change. This is some type of brand new that you want to build on and understand, either about yourself, your path, your purpose, internally, externally, about whichever or whatever type of situation that you're in. You know what I mean? Don't let your pride get in the way. Be humble to the experience. Be humble to the change. Yeah, divine masculine. Perspective. Again, this speaks of perspective. You know, transparency and full glory. Okay, for whoever that makes sense for. Alright. Okay. Alright, now with that being said, I'm going to pull 3 clarifiers here from this deck. and close the reading out. Okay. Hope that you enjoyed that up until this point. But yeah, it's like the choice that you made is the choice to change your perspective or perception in whichever kind, for whatever reasons, in whichever ways that relate to you. And you did that because you wanted to see something differently. You wanted to see something better. You want to see it from a better perspective or a better perception. And because of that, you surrender to that, or you're allowing yourself to. And as a result, the cycle is ending. The situation is changing. Okay? And it has everything to do with how you see things. Okay? How you are seeing things, how you were perceiving things. And as the perception changes, more clarity comes in, more answers come in for you. Okay? All right. One more time, and then we're gonna finish up your reading with 3 clarifiers here. This deck. Okay. Divine, I ask for the first oracle to come through. Thank you. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness. Perspective. Yeah. This doesn't say perspective, but everybody who's watching this video right now, you know what denial means. And you know how, in whichever way denial is projected towards you in your own life, in whichever area in your life, okay? In whichever area you are being in denial about, okay? Perspective is coming in for you, because I feel like either you've chosen to accept clarity and truth and transparency, or you're being encouraged to, okay? Divine, okay? That just kind of flew up out of there. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Yeah. It's like, I gotta... It's not going to work if I don't change it. It's not going to move if I don't move. You know? That's what I'm getting. Oh, they got messy. Give me 1 second. All these fell on the floor. Okay. Let me start that back over. Yeah. Denial, change. It may be the end of a cycle of being in denial about something. If you guys continue to see me looking up, I'm watching my camera. Okay. Did it stop recording? Yeah, my camera did stop recording, guys, but I caught it just in time too. But the goal, what I was about to say before it stopped recording, was the end of a tough cycle, or the goal of whichever kind that you wanted to reach. Is like it was something that you were very possibly in denial about before, but something about that you've allowed to change, or you surrender to it. Okay, you've accepted the change, or you've surrendered to it. Those both mean the same thing. What am I trying to say? How am I trying to say it? You've either accepted the change, or you've been forced to. Okay. Like you've gotten to a point of no return, and now I gotta move. Or you've seen something, and now it's like, okay, I have to do it differently now. I gotta switch this up. You know what I mean? So it's about perspective and changing that in order for it to improve for you. Okay. Thank you, Divine. Balance. Meditate and contemplate. Communication is key. Bring love into the situation. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay, so we got denial, change, and balance. Yeah. Overall, Divine Masculine, I'm gonna say this to you: it's something that you chosen. It was something that you were in denial about, but you are no longer in desire of trying to be in denial about whatever this is, whatever it was, whatever it currently is for you in your life, and you're deciding, or you're allowing God to change it for you. You're allowing Divine's guidance to come in and to show you how to be, to show you perspective, to bring in a more clarifying and a more higher divinity to reach. You know what I'm saying? And as you do that, as you change and match the frequency, like I said, we're here with communication is key. As you match the frequency of what you want by communicating it clearly, meditating and contemplating about what it is that you know that you want to change or need to change, right? There comes balance. Okay, Balance is related to bring love into the situation. Like I said before, like I just said, it's related to meditate and contemplate. Communication is key. It is related to the answers you need are coming, you know. Change is related to be bold and make the first move. It's also related to the energy is gaining momentum. It is also related to you are very close to achieving a goal. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, denial speaks of denial is connected to don't let your pride get in the way. Yeah. Okay, divine masculines, hope that made sense to you. Okay, but overall, guys, it's some type of change of some kind that you've either been forced to choose, or you're encouraged to choose, or you've chosen it. And this is bringing about a whole new perspective within yourself, a whole internal change within yourself. Okay, because it always starts with self first. So as a result, that's going to reflect itself in your physical reality eventually. And whichever step of this process that you are in right now is some type of change that you've come to into true perspective about, or forced to, and it's something that you know you have to make a move on, or you've made a move on, and it's going to bring you balance in whichever way that's needed in your life, in whichever area balance is coming in. But you have to surrender to the process. You have to be open and transparent, and I know that's easier said than done in most cases, but it's something that you're encouraged to do if you are not already in that energy, divine masculine. Okay, so fellas, let me pull 2 more from this deck. I just want to see, because I'm nosy. But I'm going to just pull 2 more from this deck. And we're going to see how these 2 oracles from this deck coincide with this reading, okay? Or connects with this reading, okay? Divine, ask for the first oracle to come through. That dropped. I need to clear it in here. Thank you. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Okay? On whichever part of your path that you're in right now. Yeah. Divine, I ask for the next oracle to come through. Thank you. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. Like I was just saying, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Don't get defensive. It's your life changing because you either need to get better, or you've allowed yourself to know that you need to be better, and you've accepted that change, or your life has just changed so much where you have no choice, just like I was saying here. Okay, the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's not happening for you. It's not happening for, let me say it again, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Okay. Thank you. Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Okay, this is related to be bold and make the first move, and energy is gaining momentum, like it's some type of opportunity or choice or decision that you've already made or that you're going to make, where it's going to be related to a leap of some kind into something brand new, because something of the old is ending, and it's repeated, like I said, repeated itself twice. Something is ending because you chose to do something else, or you chose to change something, or you chose to just accept, or you've been forced to accept some type of transformation God is trying to bring you into right now, currently in your life. Okay, all right, divine masculines, with all of that being said, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that whatever I said, whichever way that I said it, I hope that it resonated for you, brought you some clarity of some kind, and if not, it's all good. Just simply means that it was not your energy. Thanks again so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you again with another reading.